Hi Alicia, this is Jeff. I'm going to go ahead and provide you with the critique to give you some feedback on your presentation using that rubric that's going to be used to grade your completed presentation, and just kind of go through what you've done and maybe some of the things that needed to be improved, just so then when you turn it in it could be stupendous. So it looks like this lesson is a little more unique compared to some others. It's just because we have this TED Ed element add to it, the lesson, in which we are putting that together in the perspective, or at least from the perspective of a student. So that is always something that I'm constantly having to remind me, as I need to put things in the perspective of the student. So let me go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I went ahead and put your lesson plan in front of us, and I'm pulling up the rubric as far as what Dr. Massey is looking for. Let me go ahead. I know he created a TED account already, because we all did that in class all together. So, and I could see that right away that you've included the TED link. So if I double click on that, let me see, looks like you have it linked up, and there it is. And you have a video that jumps straight from it. And so right away, it looks like the students will have an opportunity to click right into this and then watch that lesson that's going to practice tone, mood, and theme in a fun and exciting way. To have a chance to watch video, and this was really cool. I could see how students could be very motivated and engaged with that video. So we have the watch part, which was complete, and then the think right here. You have a question here: what is the tone of John F. Kennedy during his speech addressing the nation? And so you have a little click here. This is Save My Answer, and this is just it looks like it's a fill in the blank. So this is really going to get them thinking about, okay, what did I just watch, and how can I answer that question, so you can really see if they were paying attention, right? And then dig deeper. So this is where congratulations, this is awesome. Additional resources for you to explore. You've included Ronald Reagan's Challenger disaster speech. And then also a little history here, reading out Thomas Jefferson's letter. So that was another way in which they could think a little bit deeper and tie it back to that video. And then you have the discussion, and you have looks like two guided discussion sections here: Ronald Reagan's Challenger speech, yep, and Thomas Jefferson's letter. And then finally, now where we discuss the tone, mood, and theme, these famous speeches and letters. It's your turn. So you kind of put it back on them and say, okay, tell me, what did you really learn here? So I thought you did an excellent job with this. You met all the requirements with the TED Ed lesson plan or lesson creator. So going back to the lesson plan, it looks like you right away, this is just sort of an extension of that. Right straight away, it matches your topic of study, tone, mood, and theme. You listed out all the CDE standards, the SDNets, the standard 2, 3, and then your evident outcomes. You were very clear on that. Your objective was there as well. So the big piece of this is that looks like Dr. Massey wanted to make sure that we're making sure that we completed each section completely. And from what I can see you did a great job in doing that in regards to filling out the instructional materials, the technology, and then of course the differentiation of instructions. How will you provide opportunities for learners to be successful? You've included the justification for that between advanced, benchmark, and struggling, and you're very specific on your strategies. Kind of looking down a little bit further, you've decided that this is going to be an indirect lesson plan, and then your steps, tasks, and procedures, and those are specifically broken down by minutes. I really like how you did that, because as you know, just like I've been through, is that as soon as you start putting times on there, like 8 o'clock and 8:15 is what she's supposed to be at 8:45. It could be a little bit tricky. So I really like how you said, okay, well, this is about how much time each one of these sections is going to take. So I really want to give you kudos in regards to being creative and how you're going to break down how you're going to manage your time and how the class is going to be going to add up to that. It looks like 70 minutes is what you have here. Rubric. Very specific. The TED Ed lesson checklist. I like how you incorporated that as well. A trip to Mars. That's pretty correct. It's pretty cool. And it looks like you've got it divided up or separated between needs improvement all the way up to exemplary. And you actually wrote down what you're looking for. And this is what you're going to get. And this is how many errors you're going to get. If you get this many errors, this is about which category you're going to fall into. And then you have the assessment rationale, which is looks like worth 11 points. And then of course your anticipation plan, how we're going to continue this going forward, actually putting effort into that was really cool because you're really defining what those grades stand for. So I was really impressed when you put that in there. That is actually something that I need to put in there as well. So I'm glad I actually went and reviewed yours because I have a little bit of work to do on mine. Your references, we got a little work to do on that. Okay, so we had to put them all in APA style format. So with that being said, the CED and the SDNets and the TEDNLS platforms, each one of those, you should list out the web addresses and list out sort of cite how you normally do that with the APA style format, as they're just sort of listed here, but they do need to be in that format in order to get your full points for the references. Totally get it. I did the same thing. I have to go ahead and change this up and make them APA style format. So thank you very, very much, Alicia, for allowing me to critique your lesson plans. I think you did a great job, and good luck to you. Bye-bye.